So evening, my lovely yogis joining me on the mat. And just starting wherever you're most comfortable. You won't really need anything. We will need a block this evening. We're going to do supported bridge. Other than that, just a cushion really. That's all we'll need. So however your day has been, we can put all that aside and just come into this space. Checking in with how you're feeling on all levels, so physically, mentally and emotionally. And sending down your roots. Thinking about what you need from your practice this evening. Whether it's a really good stretch in a certain part of the body or just some quiet time to yourself to let your mind settle. Just checking in. And taking some nice conscious breaths. Not too deep, just a natural breath, but down to the belly. And allowing it to be lovely and conscious. What do you feel when you breathe? Where do you notice it most? Is it belly? Is it chest? The ribs? Around the nostrils? Just that sort of gentle inquiry as to when you breathe, where you focus your awareness. Or maybe it kind of shifts around everything that you feel. So if you're lying down, just have a few moments now hugging in. And if you're already seated and you just want to roll the shoulders, lift the head and drop the chin. Maybe just gently tilting the head from side to side, just exploring what you feel with these easy movements. And then in your own time, if you've been lying down, just rolling up for Zazen. We'll have a quiet practice of meditation this evening without any agenda of counting or mantra. Unless you wish, you can always, if you have got your own preferred practice, by all means, please do that. It's always lovely to practice and repeat a meditation that you really gel with. Otherwise, it's nice to just sort of try different ways of doing this. So this evening we'll have 5 minutes of just sitting and being, which can often be the hardest because the mind wanders so much more. So resting your hands to Dhyana Mudra. Become very relaxed and soft through your body. Let your eyelids close. And I do like to just sort of start to follow the breath, bringing you into a state of being aware. And then just sit with yourself, following your breath. Every now and then you might find a bit more you can relax. Just enjoying the movement of your body as you breathe. Staying very aware and centered. Can you relax even more? Aware of your thoughts and your breath. Just have a few more conscious breaths here with your eyes closed. And then we'll just gently blink them open, coming back. Taking a deep breath and just checking in. How do you feel? So if you're on your cushions, just pop them aside. We're going to come into seal as our first pose. So a nice gentle back bend. As an evening practice, I try to make it a little bit more gentle. So if you've got a cushion that you can kind of put under the lower ribs, just to support the belly a little and chest. And then just coming into this ever so gentle back bend. And if you've got a block, it's always quite nice just to rest your forehead here. Only if you want to lower the head. If you want to keep the head raised, then you can do as well. So just choosing how you want to be. And as you first come into this, you might find a little bit of tension in the lower back. Just start to relax your buttocks and your thighs. You might find your heels roll into centre. Just allow it. And still as we breathe out, bring our breath to our belly, enjoying that lovely long exhale and letting everything give as we breathe out. So how do you feel in this pose this evening? Are you tight in your lower back? Is it comfortable to bring the breath to the belly, feel it open into the back of your body. See if you can relax around your shoulders and upper back as well. And also notice sort of the tilt, the angle of your neck and your head, where you can relax here. Notice in this pose whether, as you breathe to the belly, whether you fully exhale and fully inhale, or whether they're kind of half breaths. Just something to notice. So a few more moments of awareness in this pose. Just again check in with the last moment relaxation. And then we'll just gently lift our head. Even though we've had it tilted a little downwards, be aware of any dizziness. And then we'll push back up. Again, it's really nice to notice that gentle movement from a back bend, and then if you need to push back into child's pose for a moment, you can do before coming onto your back. Whatever feels good, it's your practice. So joining me in Shavasana. Keep your block handy actually if you've used one. We're going to come into bridge next, but let's have a few moments lying down. How do you feel, especially in that lumbar area? Deep breaths. Enjoy a nice slow in and exhale. What do you learn about yourself in these poses? Does anything come up? Or maybe there just be little glimpses of inspiration every now and then. Just little parts being revealed to yourself. Perhaps it's the quiet time that allows you to reflect on something, that gives you that space to learn or evolve in some way. So we'll just draw the right knee in, and then our left one. Have a rock. And then with your block, choose how you feel this evening. If you're feeling like you can come onto the top level, great. If you think, no, today just needs to be a lot more restorative, you can have it on that lower level down. So either way, we're going to bring our feet to our buttocks, come onto your tippy toes for a moment, lift yourself up, and wherever you plant your block, make sure it doesn't encroach on the lumbar vertebrae, and it is just on that flat part of the sacrum that you feel sort of in line with the top of the buttocks. And then just allowing the arms to rest to the sides. You'll probably notice your knees fall out a little bit. If you come onto this top level and it just doesn't feel quite right this evening, please change. Do what feels best. Try and lengthen through the neck. And keep coming back to your shoulders. That connection to the mat. Deep breath. Just unclench the buttocks if they are tight and the thighs. Keep relaxing the shoulders. And then when you feel you've relaxed as much as you can before a little bit of tension comes back in, just draw your awareness to the belly and breathing deeply. So rotate your awareness, buttocks and lower back, shoulders and shoulder blades, and then just keeping the neck relaxed and long, the chin tucks in. What do you like about this pose? Is it feeling quite refreshing? Lovely stretch over the hip flexors and the lower abdomen. Keep noticing if you find your head tilts upwards, and then when you relax, the chin just drops. So we'll take one more breath. In your own time, just lifting your body. Come onto your toes perhaps. Just gently move that block away, coming down. Nice and slowly, really feeling. You'll still feel where that block has been. But there's sort of a nice sensation afterwards. Check in with where the chi moves. That cold or warmth or tingling. And just have that awareness of where you feel like something is shifting, certainly in this lower abdomen. Where is it a bit more spacious? Notice your breath, how it changes from the different positions we're in, whether it felt easy to breathe into the belly in bridge, whether it feels quite different just lying here in neutral spine. And then when you're ready, gently drawing these in. As you do this, you might just feel that lovely sensation where the block was. Have a rock. And then rolling up. We're going to come into flamingo next. So this does open the hip, but it's quite a gentle posture for opening the hip. And I do quite like to have either a little bit of a edge of a blanket or a cushion. So with this pose, we're going to start with the right leg outwards. I'm just going to put a little bit of fabric across the knee. And then this is where we bring the left foot to rest sort of just above your knee. And you can lean back into the arms. So we're opening up through the left hip. You might find, and actually I'm going to use a cushion this evening, just a little bit of padding under the left thigh can just make this posture a little bit more comfortable. And then as you get used to it, you can maybe just sort of edge the cushion away so that you can feel the hip opening a little bit more. As we lean into the arms and our wrists, we are activating through our arms, so heart and lungs and the large and small intestine as well. Okay, see where you can relax. You might find it quite difficult to really let your left leg go. Sometimes the simplest of positions you'd think were easy to relax in can be the most challenging to release your muscles. If you want to close your eyes, you can. You can let the head rest forward if you wish. And just relaxing. If you need to adjust where your foot is, please do. How do you feel? Is this a pose you embrace, or is it quite awkward? If at any time you need to come out of it, you can. So keep relaxing. Can you fully soften the muscles of the left leg, the inner thigh? Or do you still find there's a little bit of activation going on there? Following your breath to the belly. And just noticing if this pose is changing, softening, kind of mellowing out at all. So one more breath. And lifting out from resting in your arms, releasing your left leg, and then coming back on your mat. Feeling some lovely tingliness in the hands. So what's the difference you feel between your right leg and your left leg? You might feel that there is a lovely coolness on your right inner thigh, around the knee. Sometimes where you expect to find sensation, it's in a totally different place. Noticing any pulsating through your body. And then when you're ready, let's again bring the knees in for a nice hug. Lifting the head if that feels good. Get a nice stretch through the back of your spine here. And then gently, when you're ready, let's roll up, other side. Flamingo. So left leg is lengthened. Again, use some nice padding over your knee. I find where the foot and the ankle come across, it can be a little bit jarring. And then don't be afraid to use a little bit of an extra cushioning under your thigh, just to take the edge off of the hip. And the whole way we have to hold the muscle activated. Okay, leaning back. You might immediately notice a really different sensation in the way the hip joint rotates from one side to the other. So just being curious here, trying to let the thigh muscles relax, behind your knee, your calf muscle. Give it time. Often by the end of the 4 or 5 minutes, there is a really different feeling in this posture. Thinking about how it feels in your hip. The hip is very linked with our movement forward in life, sometimes fear of the future. How do we feel about that? Do we feel stuck in one place at the moment, unable to move forward? Noticing if there's any kind of similarities instinctively with your body and this part of life. Keep trying to relax even the smallest muscles. Perhaps enjoying the very gradual letting go around all the muscles, ligaments in this hip area. Can you feel that gentle surrender? Maybe as the sensations shift in your body, there is a feeling of excitement about the future, or at least a reduction in anxiety or fear, and that there's perhaps a curiosity surrounding that part of life. It's very curious as you sit in these poses and the physical sensations change, how you feel inside, how perspective changes. So, one more breath. Gently lifting up, releasing through your leg, and then coming back into neutral. I must admit that is a pose I don't often like. For whatever reason, it doesn't always feel right, but this evening felt nice. So it's always good to come into these poses with a curiosity, because you just never know how it's going to feel in you in that moment. So we'll relax. Just rotate your wrists if you need to, if there's a little bit of pressure built up there. And notice whatever you're feeling. And following any chi that's shifting around your body. So as you lie here, noticing the physical changes that sort of just fade, also check in with how you feel emotionally, whether you're feeling calmer, whether there's always almost like a little peaceful bliss that comes over you. It's really lovely to notice these things. They can be so fleeting at times. So we'll bring our knees in. We're going to come into banana now. We've had a sort of a pose of a back bend. We've come into bridge. It's nice to sort of move laterally and side stretch the body as well. Enjoy a nice rock first. So depending on how your hips feel, one side in banana might feel better. You might need to be a bit looser in one side. We'll start with coming over to the right side. So feet over to lower right corner, right foot over left ankle. And then just adjusting around your hips and buttocks, and then just take the upper body up to the top right. Okay, so arms can be wherever you want. If you want to take them overhead and enjoy, or just feel what it feels like to stretch here, you can. I always like to maybe have a few breaths here. And then move through to cactus arms, where we bend at the elbows. Feeling that nice stretch all around the shoulders and inner arms. Try to relax your buttocks and lower back. And then when you're ready, or you can stay there if you wish, you can just drop the arms back down to the side of the body, wherever they feel most comfortable. A lovely balancing pose, this one, for your feminine and masculine energies. So stretching through Ida, our feminine side. Deep belly breaths. This is such a lovely pose to follow where the breath moves in your body. So much more into your left-hand side. Relaxing your neck and shoulders if you can. Keep relaxing your lower back. And then we'll just take another breath here. Slowly uncross your feet. Just pop the legs back into centre and then just shuffle your upper body back into neutral spine. Have a few moments. If you want to kind of wag your tail and rock the pelvis, just find neutral spine again and just come to stillness, feeling whatever you feel. It's also nice to notice the difference in the breath movement when you come back into spinal alignment from that side stretch. So maybe just bring the knees in for a moment. Let's kind of rock out of this. It's nice to just shift that feeling before we come into the other side. And then again, bringing legs down, let's come into our left side banana. So feet lower left corner, right foot just over your left ankle. Release the buttocks if they kind of feel tight, and then just upper body to the left. Do the same with your arms, I would. If you had them overhead for a moment, just try that stretch. You might find that this side, some of you will have to be a bit more gentle through your hip. So take it a lot looser, not such a deep curve to your body. And then cactus arms, if that feels good. Relax your buttocks if they're clenched. And then if you want your arms by your side. So here we are stimulating Pingala, that masculine channel that runs into the right side of our body. Keep trying to relax around your waist, and sometimes your lower back might be tight. So if you're having a difficult time with decisions, then this stimulates our gallbladder, which is linked with our decision making. Keep relaxing round the buttocks. If you need to loosen out of this pose a little, you can do. Just shift more to centre. What's going through your mind? Just try and be the witness of those thoughts just then. And then ever so gently, we'll just start to bring ourselves back into the centre, Shavasana. Again, just wriggle your body a few times just to find a nice neutral spine. Taking a few breaths here just to feel whatever you feel. Just follow your chi. And then we'll bring our knees in for a hug. I'd like us to come to seated for a few minutes just before we relax, to do a little breathing practice with different hand mudras. We've done this before, but it's always interesting to return to this. So join me seated. And if you're going to remain seated as well, then you can get comfortable. Okay. If you bring your hands to Chin Mudra, first finger and thumb, rest of the fingers rest outwards, and then just tuck them into the creases of your hips, sort of around sort of the groin, but sort of the middle part of your thigh here. And then just relax for a moment, close your eyes, and just focus on where you feel your breath goes. And you might notice it's very drawn to the belly. That's where it naturally goes. And then we'll open our eyes. Just bring your hands up again. So still with Chin Mudra, but tuck your other 3 fingers in. And then again, just bring your hands back into that little hip crease there. Close your eyes, relax your shoulders, and just breathe. And you might immediately notice that the breath goes more to the chest. It almost bypasses the belly. Just easily directs there. This is the beauty of mudras and the breath movement. Okay, so opening your eyes, bring your hands open. We're going to tuck the thumbs in and then the fingers come round, so making a little fist. And again, hands back into that little hip crease. And again, relax, just breathe. And perhaps now you notice it's very upper chest breathing, the collarbone, the clavicle area of the body. So you notice the three parts of the breath that resonate with the three-part yogic breath as we do this. So noticeable, the different way of breathing. So opening your eyes once more, and we'll do one more position. Same hands with the thumbs in and the fingers round in this little fist. Just bring them under sort of the breastbone, sort of just where the lower ribs are. Just the tops of the fingers resting together, knuckles touching. And then just close the eyes and breathe here. And so here you might notice that full three-part breath, belly, chest and upper body moving easily. And so when you're ready, you can just blink your eyes open and release your hands, give your fingers a little wiggle, and just enjoy the magic of the ancient wisdom of mudras, positions that we put them in, and how it directs our breath. It really is incredible. I love it. So come into relaxation now, lovelies. Lying down or remaining seated. Just make yourself nice and cozy and warm. And I think let's take an angel card this evening. Always nice to get a little bit of wisdom. So open yourself up to any question or inviting guidance. Oh, one card just wanted to almost flip over there. Let's just take that one and see if anything else falls out. No, we'll take this one. So relaxing lovelies. This one is called Bethany. And I'll read it to you. When you take excellent care of yourself, everybody benefits. Give yourself a relaxing treat today, such as a massage, sea salt bath, or a pedicure. You are a giver, and God loves you for that. Now it is time to give to yourself. I am helping you to spiritually open your body through the process of relaxation. So you see that relaxing has its own productive side to it. The more that you allow me and the other angels to give to you, the more you will be able to give to others. Your soul has called out to heaven, begging for some rest and relaxation. You've been working ceaselessly, and you have also been juggling many other people's interests. And now it is time for your reward. This is a directive from the heavens. Take care of yourself and don't allow yourself to be swayed from this important mission. Take steps right now to create time for relaxation. You will feel happier and have more peace of mind as a result, which will benefit everyone in your life. So that's a nice little message. I think we can all very much benefit from some self-care and massage or a treatment. So just have a few moments here to think about, do you self-care? When you're not on your yoga mat, are there other times you allow rest and relaxation into your life? So gently. Maybe just take a few more moments to follow your breath. Take in how you're feeling. Just observe whether any inspiration has come through this evening, whether you've connected with another part of yourself that you hadn't done before. Yoga is not just poses, it's the means to reveal ourself to ourselves. So gently, with whatever position you're in, you can just start to move slowly, fingers and toes. starting to stretch, maybe rolling the head, enjoying a nice deep breath and a sigh. Noticing if you have an internal smile going on in your body. And then if you're lying down, just bring the knees in. Take a few moments to rock. And if you feel good in places through your body, just acknowledging it, really enjoying that feeling. Perhaps you feel a little bit more freed up and spacious. So joining me when you're ready in a seated position. And then we can bring our hands together. Om Shanti. Namaste.